Alright, the music of our mic is a straggler here, but welcome back to another episode of Kira Kira. In the previous episode, thanks to Kirari, we contacted Kashiwara and we finally confessed our feelings to her. She was happy about it, but her grandfather up there, the phone call, got it up, and I thought it was game over. We were never gonna see her or hear from her ever again. But thanks to our friends, later on, we got some motivation to go and see Kashiwara, so we did. Or tried to, but first we got a radish, and we got an angry grandfather who tried to shoot us away, but then you just appears, Kashiwara's uncle that is, and helped us get him, see Kashiwara. They were both happy about it, but obviously the grandfather got angry about it, but in the end, gave up for the time being. Thanks to the uncle, and now we're just gonna be here for a little bit. So now if we're gonna be able to talk to Kashiwara, I mean, at the very minimum, we are able to stay here because, well, we came to this place from far away, kind of. Anyways, let's see how everything goes now. I bring my stuff into the room and realize that I forgot about the radish again. Should I eat it? I just stand in the room. Somebody's going to call me when the dinner is ready. I have nothing to do in the meantime, though. I put my bag down and sit at a chair, but I can't relax. I want to see Kashiwara, but I was just scolded. I don't have the courage to sneak out to see her again. I lie in the bed to nap, but it feels too comfortable to sleep. I guess I prefer cheap stuff. I feel pathetic. Kashiwara lives in this environment. This is literally a world of difference. I just lie in bed while thinking. The air conditioning is huming. I can hear the rustle of the leaves outside the window. The mansion is deadly quiet. I realize I got a text message from Murakami on my cell. Daijoubu? His texts are usually very short, and this one is the same. What does he mean? It's Chiwag. The reply will be very lengthy if I explained everything. I don't feel like doing it now. I managed to see Kashiwara and luckily I get to stay here. But the whole Kashiwara fellow doesn't accept me. Nothing changed for the better for Kashiwara. Even though we confirmed each other's feelings, nothing is certain. I want to go to school with Kashiwara again, but it doesn't seem possible given the old man's attitude. I don't think he'd even talk with me. Even if I could, it would be hard to see something back if he brought up Kashiwara's health issues. I know her health is important, but time is passing by. It's also valuable to spend time with precious friends in school. But I don't think I should, I don't think I sound convincing. I'm not convinced with myself either. It sounds like it's just an excuse to be with her. I sigh. I want to talk with her in a quiet place. It's meaningless if I'm not seeing her even though I came this far. I think of Kashiwara. What is she doing right now? If I go to see her and the old man finds me, he'll be mad. I want his approval. But even if he approved, what will happen? Would I marry her? Would I become a member of the Kashiwara group and a celebrity? I can't imagine myself being a rich man. Well, that wouldn't probably happen in reality. Kashiwara can find a great guy if she wants to. That must be Tatsuya Elise who wants to be part of the Kashiwara family. She's beautiful, so it's normal that somebody would fall in love with her. It might be a rich, educated, cool-looking guy with a great personality. If I think of the future with Kashiwara, I have to beat those guys. It scares me. I hear a sag again. What do I have? The best accomplishment I've gotten so far is tennis, but that's not that special. There are many better players out there. I'm scoring F's in school. I could be better, but it do be hard for me to go on to elite universities. What about you being great at towels? So even if I go out with Kashiwara for now, there will be no marriage in the future. That means this relationship will end even if I get her grandfather's approval. It makes me sad to think that way, but whatever. I have to savor this moment. Even if it doesn't work out in the end, that's okay. Each moment is irreplaceable. Right or wrong, it's all part of my life. I force myself to psych up. I don't care about the future. I love her and she loves me. That's everything. I have to do my best for a few days here. I can get tired. I keep doing my utmost. I fall asleep while thinking. A knock on the door wakes me up.
お休みでしたか。
It's Saiki-san. She calls me for dinner. I wipe the drool off my face. I'll do my best.
何をですか?
Saiki-san is startled. Me too. I'm not quite awake, I guess. But I'm responsible for what I said. I mean, life. Saiki-san smiles bitterly. Kira. I have nothing to do during the day. I'm lying on the bed. Last night, I took a bath and went to sleep after dinner. I ate alone. Yuji-san forgot about the promise to drink together, and we went out somewhere to drink. And Kashiwara usually eats special digestive meals in her own room. Of course, the old man didn't join me. The food was great, but I felt lonely because there was nobody to talk about the taste. In the morning, Saiki-san brought me breakfast to my room. I decided to see Kashiwara after breakfast. It'll be troublesome if the old man finds me, but I'll make some excuses if that happens. I got out of the room. In the fear of being found by the old man, I managed to reach Kashiwara's room based on my vague memory. I open the door, but Kashiwara isn't there. A maid is cleaning the room. She doesn't seem to care. I ask Kashiwara's whereabouts. She says Kashiwara is taking a checkup at the hospital today. I thought she do have doctors come to her house because of her status, but the checkup requires various medical devices. Kashiwara will be back in the late evening. I feel depressed because I won't be able to see her for so long. The maid continues explaining. Masatsugu went out to do some speeches at a local school. Yuji-san is still asleep. The maid recommends me to go hiking and watch movies at the home theater, but I don't want to do that. I'm not here for leisure. I don't want to do anything except for seeing Kashiwara. So that's why I'm turning and tossing on the bed. I'm bored. Maybe I should take a walk. I get out of the room. I head to the main entrance. The house layout seems a bit different than the one in Tokyo. I visited a mansion in Tokyo in spring. Okay, the lighting is not too bad. What am I going to do? I have to convince Masatsugu somehow, but will I be able to? If I can't convince him, I have to separate with Kashiwara. That do be a shame. Isn't there any way to avoid that? I walk down the hallway and I almost kick a bucket while thinking. I'm glad I dodged. The bucket has water and a wiping cloth in it. Somebody must have left it in the middle of a cleanup. There's nobody around, so I can't complain. Shoot. The bucket is right by a slightly open door. The person who left the bucket may be in there. I look into the room. There's nobody in there. Something bugs me. Somebody seems to live in this room. I see a desk with Xbox and photos in the corner. It seems like a young person's room. A guy, I think. It doesn't feel like Yuji-san's room. Whose room is this? I'm curious. I get into the room. They say you can't tell the person if you look at their books. So I stand in front of the bookshelf and start checking the titles. This is weird. Now the books are pretty old. He might be a collector, but even so, there can be some newer books. Now the books look decrepit. The photos of the desk are all faded too. The vinyl cover on the desk is yellow. The stereo set is old and bulky. It doesn't have a CD player. That thing looks minor in this room. Don't tell me we're in Kashiwara's grandfather's room. Oh god. This person can be a retro collector, but it's too thorough as a hobby. I think this room has been left untouched for a long time. Is that possible? I look for something with this person's name on it. I found a sheet of paper between the rocks. It's a certificate from school. The honoree is Kashiwara Kenichi. I try to remember that name. I want to ask somebody about him later. Then couldn't be Serena's father by any chance, then. I believe this is the name of Kashiwara's father. That's what I'm thinking too. Damn it, this room started at some point in the past. It has been kept intact since then. One possible reason for this is somebody's death. I sense that person was a young man from what's in this room. The whole thing is stored preciously. This person must have been important to the Kashiwara family. The only person I can think of is Kashiwara's father. I heard her father went to Tokyo and passed away. So he must have used this room until then. The period matches what I see here. This could have been Kashiwara's father's room. I'm strangely moved to think about it. After he left this room, he fell in love with a girl in a few years and became a father, lost his wife, then he killed himself. He mustn't have imagined his fate to be that way when he was here. Life is strange. Will I be living a life that's totally unimaginable in a few years from now? I hope I won't be dead. I think of unusual things facing this room of keepsake. This room is beautifully arranged. I can tell the inhabitants' pure heart. It's more elegant and beautiful. The cushion on the sofa and the color of the curtains look a bit flashy, but they're still elegant. I feel mortified for his coolness. I check under the bed, but I find nothing. There must be something embarrassing somewhere. There doesn't have to be, but I think he's too perfect. He lived and died young for love. It's not necessarily right, but it seems too perfect. And the room speaks for itself. I want to find the more human part. I open the drawer in the chest. I find a collection of questions for college. I get excited. People usually wouldn't put this in a chest. They do keep it in a drawer of the desk or somewhere closer. Somebody puts a collection of questions in this drawer for only one reason. It must be a camouflage to hide something dirty. I dig away the collection of questions in excitement, but what I find isn't a sexy girl's picture, but a guy holding a guitar. Also a bunch of guitar tablatures under it. I feel confused. He was definitely trying to hide these. I was right about that, but I don't like the fact that it was rock magazines, not dirty ones he was trying to hide. It feels too elite. The old man must have stopped him from playing that kind of music. But Kenichi must have played it behind the old man's back, saying, "Rock is the real music! Fuck you, papa!" It's too beautiful. I don't like that. Was her fire that perfect? Doesn't Kenichi-kun have any human part? My room is filled with things so embarrassing they can't make people laugh even after my death. I flipped through the pages of the guitar tab. This is also an interesting finding. I feel close because I see no 5-line staves. I feel nostalgic because I find pieces that I practiced a lot when I was a beginner. The period Kashiwara's father lived was the time when punk rock was giving way to new wave rock. You must have thought these songs were revolutionary, but time has passed and they feel nostalgic to me. I feel a strange connection with him through music. This is great. I have to show these to Kashiwara. This stab of London calling must be good for her. She doesn't see her preference much, but I guess she likes Clash songs. It's really like her that she likes this simple-minded earthy band. I wonder how she'll look like when she finds the tab of her favorite song in her father's drawer. This is a good surprise for her. Her feelings seem complex. I think that has a lot to do with her parents. She must be pleased if she finds out something common with her father. Isn't there anything else that can please her? I dig through the stuff, then I sense someone's presence behind me. There's a middle-aged maid standing there. It's Saiki-san. She looks tired. Her expression shows the seriousness of the situation. Yes, that's right. I should have known that somebody might come back to this room. And I'm digging through Kashiwara's fire step with Survivor in Murakami's room. Saiki-san must think of me as a scum who's messing with preciously stored keepsake of the deceased son. Shit. Oh, sorry, the door was open, so I was just curious, just like I would be with every other person's fucking room! And so I looked through it. It's not good to enter the room and rummage even though the door is open. I can't think of good excuse. I'm not trying to break or steal anything. I just wanted to show Kashiwara these scores. This room belonged to her father, didn't it? Saiki-san sighs.
別に怒ってはいません。私がうかつでした。そうですね。今はお嬢様がいないから油断してましたが、前島様がいらしたんですね。
Oh, sorry. I'm not allowed to be in this room, right? I put on a fake smile.
そうなんです。本当は旦那様と掃除で入る私以外は立ち入り禁止の部屋なんです。
She looks confused. I see. I'm sorry. Saiki-san looks up after I apologize.
いえ、入られてしまったものは仕方ありません。私の手落ちです。でも本当にそれ以外は部屋のものをいじったりはしていませんね。
No, I know I shouldn't.
それならいいです。この部屋がこうなっていることは他言無用でお願いします。お嬢様にも裕二様にも。
Not even Yuji himself. His own brother. Why not Selena as well, though? I understand. So does that mean this room belonged to her father after all?
それは。
I believe so. I can't think of anybody else since you want to hide it from them. The occupant must have been somebody really close to them. Saiki-san looks confused.
はい。
She nods. This must have been top secret because you still don't know after so many years.
そうですね。お嬢様や裕二様は旦那様の物置だと思っているはずです。メイドでもこの部屋の本当のことを知っているのは私くらいですね。
So, is it the old man who told you to hide this room?
はい。旦那様は恥ずかしいのでしょう。
Hopefully not. I see. I think that is pretty normal, though.
でも旦那様はそういう方なのです。すみませんが、もう部屋から出ていただけませんか？そろそろ ユージさんが起きてきますので。
Yes, but can I show the score to Kashiwara? We practiced the song together, and I think she'll be really happy if she sees this. I see that while I leave the room. Saiki-san looks sad.
ごめんなさい。この部屋のものは、特にお嬢様にだけは絶対に見せてはいけないと、旦那様にきつく言いつけられているんです。
But I don't think there's anything bad about it, and it's too sad that she doesn't get to know about her father. Saiki-san just keeps quiet. She just stares at me sadly. She must have been thinking something like that herself. She's been with them way longer than me. I shouldn't see something selfish like that. I get it.
すみません。ありがとうございます。
Saiki-san bows to me. I put the score back in the driver and get out to the hallway. Saiki-san takes out a golden key and locks the door. With a clicking sound, the door is locked. How long have you been working here, Saiki-san? I wonder why she knows something that even Yuji-san doesn't know.
そうですね。私が来たのはお嬢様が生まれる前。まだ健一様が中学生の頃です。
That's a long time ago. It's way longer than I thought.
そうですね。こんなおばちゃんが中学校を卒業したばかりの花も恥じらう女の子だった時代の話ですよ。そりゃあ大昔です。
Saiki-san smiles at me. She looks relieved now that she locked the door. So you know a lot about Kashiwara's father, right?
ええ、そりゃもう。
Could you tell me what kind of person he was?
どういう人と言われましても、なかなか一言では言い表せませんし。
Saiki-san looks a bit confused.
前島様、
Yes?
もしお暇でしたらお茶でもご一緒にいかがですか？それともこんなおばちゃんとじゃ嫌かしら。
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
そしたら私の知っていることをいろいろとお聞かせしましょう。ちょっと立ち話で簡単に話せるような内容ではないですから。
Okay, thank you. I bow. Are you sure?
あなたはお嬢様が選ばれた男性ですから。そして私はお嬢様の人の見る目を信頼しています。あの方はその点に関しては旦那様よりも鋭いかもしれない。あ、これは旦那様には内緒ですよ。怒られてしまう。旦那様はたとえお嬢様が相手でもすごく負けず嫌いなんです。
Saiki-san laughs. Give me one moment. This is strange. I'm drinking tea with Saiki-san. She looks out the window.
良い天気ですね。まだ暑いのに旦那様はよくもまああんなに精力的にあちこち出かけられるものです。こんなに毎日何かしていたら現役で仕事をしていた頃とちっとも変わりません。
I see. It's not that I don't like the situation, but I don't know what to do because I've never had tea with an older woman face to face like this before. It'd be clumsy even if it were with mom. Saiki-san doesn't seem to mind at all, though.
前島様もよくこんな遠くの偏僻な場所までいらしましたね。本当に青春って素晴らしい。
She looks at me with a distant look. I feel a bit uncomfortable. I scratch my face.
健一様も青春に生きた人でした。
Saiki-san brings up the main subject. She says the first impression she had of Kenichi was that he was a very kind man. Yoink. Kind of weird seeing the grandfather smiling like that. You kind of thought their things because the maid work here was the first Saika-san had ever had. Oh.
健一様の方が少し年下でしたが、すごく落ち着いている大人びた方でしたので、全然そんな感じがしませんでした。
He wasn't only kind, he was also smart and athletic. He had a tutor from Tokyo, and he worshipped him. Saiki-san talks about his appearance.
お嬢様の顔つきは健一様に似ています。
There's no need for explanation then. He was as perfect as he could get. He was rich, smart, athletic, good-looking, and kind.
この辺りの女性はみんな健一様に恋をしていました。
No doubt about that. If I were a girl, I do have a crush on that guy. So it was natural for his father to hold high expectations. Masatsugu was very stubborn back then, too, but he was very indulgent to his son.
騒がしい音楽を好まれない旦那様の目を隠れて、健一様はこっそりとギターの練習やロックをお聴きになったりしていました。旦那様はそのことをご存知のようでしたが、それに関して一度も文句をおっしゃったことはありません。
Saiki-san thinks Yuji-san took after his father, and Kenichi-san took after his mother. The old man might have been seeing his deceased wife's gentle personality in Kenichi.
今になって思うと、健一様は優しすぎたのかもしれません。
Kenichi brought her home a puppy in winter. He got sick after taking care of the puppy's sickness too hard. He gave all his belongings away to a sick beggar. I think those episodes are great, but they seem a bit too extreme. I guess he satisfied himself that way because he had everything from the beginning. Maybe I think this way because I know what happened next in his life.
そういう健一様でしたから、ああいう方を選んだのでしょう。
By her, she means Kashiwara's mother, who also had a very tough sickness. Kenichi-san went on to the university in Tokyo as expected. Since he had been fulfilling many expectations our people had, nobody opposed his going to Tokyo. Of course, Masatsugu approved it. The old man told him to commute from the mansion in Tokyo since it had been already built by the time, but Kenichi-san insisted to live by himself. The old man could have opposed that, but he trusted Kenichi-san that time.
旦那様は今でもこの時に許してしまったのが失敗だったと思っているようです。健一様が流されやすい、影響されやすい、意志の弱い人間だというのを見抜けなかったのがいけなかったと。私は正直そうは思わないのですが。
I agree with Saiki-san. The old man wants to believe that way, but I don't think Kenichi-san was vulnerable. Anyway, because of the mistake, Kenichi-san fell in love with a girl.
旦那様が健一様に向かってあんなにひどく怒ったのは、後にも先にもあの一度きりかもしれません。
Kenichi-san brought the girl to the mansion to Tokyo to introduce her to the old man. Saiki-san witnessed that. He honestly told him about their sickness and potential obstacles to the death. Then he said he wanted to marry her. The old man opposed it furiously. There were a few reasons. First, they were still students. Second, they hadn't known each other for long yet. Third, the girl's sickness. They could have overcome the first and second problems over time, but the third one wasn't temporary and seemed serious. There was no cure, she could die soon, and the sickness was hereditary? So the child could have the same constitution? He didn't have to choose that kind of person. It was okay to sympathize, but the marriage was too much. There were plenty of other girls better than her. The old man told him so, but he never complied.
旦那様にしてももうちょっとマシな言い方はあったでしょうに。
But Kenichi-san would never have listened to the old man. Kenichi-san never gave in. He adamantly followed through what he had decided himself.
この辺りの性格もお嬢様に遺伝してますね。
Saiki-san smiles bitterly. I agree. Neither Kenichi-san nor the old man compromised a bit.
自分の好きな人がたまたま病気だっただけです。そんなことに負けるような生き方はできません。それに遺伝の確率はそんなに高くはないんです。
About that, unfortunately. Kenichi-san confronted the old man saying that, but the old man scoffed at him.
バカバカしい。それはただの同情だ。お前はただ自分を犠牲にして守る対象が欲しいだけで、不幸だったら誰でもいいんだろう。馬鹿げた青臭さだ。
Then Kenichi-san realized it was a waste of time to try to convince the old man.
残念ですが、どうしてもご理解をいただけないのなら、勝手に結婚します。
He declared. The old man flew into a rage.
どうしても従えないのなら、お前はもう俺の息子ではない。感動だ。
前島様はどう思います？
Honestly, I don't know which person was right. I could back Kenichi-san here because Kashiwara was born thanks to his decision. That would be a romantic answer, but it wouldn't be fair to the old man. Surely the way the old man said doesn't sound fair, but what he was saying isn't necessarily wrong. If my friend were in the same situation, I do stop them from marrying that quickly. And if it were my family member, I do clearly oppose. Now looking at the fact that Kenichi-san killed himself in the end, I can't say the old man was right. But Kenichi-san wasn't wrong either. He lived for his determination and his beliefs. Nobody could have changed him. That's all I can think of. I don't know what's right or wrong because I'm just a kid. But I'm glad he got married because Kashiwara was born after that. Saiki-san looks a bit surprised.
結構冷静なんですね。
Maybe I didn't sound like an idiot who came all the way after the girl he sent you. But I'm not blind about my emotions either. I always fight with my rationale and then make decisions. I want to tell her that, but I don't think I can explain it well, and it also feels like I'm posing. Anyway, Kenichi-san and the old man split. Kenichi-san got married and the wife got pregnant. The old man heard these through Yuji-san. Yuji-san always suggests reconciliation. The old man kept rejecting.
多分この時が最後の和解のチャンスだったんでしょう。
Saiki-san noticed a change in the old man when he heard about the pregnancy. He even vaguely suggested visiting the daughter-in-law in the hospital. Saiki-san assumes that the joy of having another family member must make the old man forget his anger.
この時私ももう少し積極的に後押ししていればもしかしたら全然違う結末になっていたのかもしれません。
Saiki-san looks regretful. The old man didn't go. Then Kashiwara was born. The old man waited for the word about the bird from Kenichi, but he never received it. The old man didn't see anything because Kenichi didn't see anything. Yuji-san pointed out that since the old man excommunicated the son first, he had to withdraw it so that the son could do that. But the old man rebuffed it. ユージ様はケンイチ様の方にも挨拶を出すよう
話したんですが断られたらしく、似てないようでもやっぱり親子だ、両方頑固すぎると苦笑しておられました。
Saki-san says that dearly. Yuji-san was unexpectedly obliging, but in the end, Yuji-san got fed with both of them because they were too stubborn. Then he started to have fun for himself. I understand that. I do the same if Mom and Yuko had a fight and both debuffed me, even after I mediated between them. Yuji-san gave up, so the bridge to communicate them was gone. Saki-san thinks it became impossible to reconcile around this time. Saki-san heard the rest from somebody else. Kenichi-san found out the daughter had the same sickness the mother did. Saki-san doesn't know how Kenichi-san took it. Saki-san heard he was joyous as if nothing was different. He must have been really happy.
基本的にすごく楽天的な方でした。いつでも最後には絶対うまくいくと信じていました。またそう信じて行動することが大事だともよくおっしゃっていました。
But it didn't go that way. The happy life lasted only 1 year after Kashiwara was born. Saki-san hesitates.
ここからのお話はお嬢様をご不憫にさせてしまっているのですが。
Saki-san sighs and continues. Kashiwara got out of the hospital with her mother, but she went back to the hospital soon. She must have gotten sick and it lasted for a long time. The earnings soon became insufficient because... Sorry about that, I got a call. The earnings soon became insufficient because of the hospital bills. Kenichi-san was working part-time on top of his studies. He decided to suspend or quit school, but his wife convinced him not to. He didn't want to be a burden. She started working for to support the family. That risked her life. She had a weak constitution, and it was right after giving birth to a child. She looked fine at first, but the stress must have been accumulating invisibly. She fainted after working 6 months and died. Many people remembered Kenichi-san from the funeral. He was holding his daughter and cheerfully greeting the attendants. But nobody knew what he was going to do in a few days after that. He turned down all the invitations from his friends and disappeared. Then he was found dead.
見つけたのはユージ様でした。連絡がつかないことが心配になって窓を割ってアパートを確かめたのだそうです。
Kenichi-san was hanging from the ceiling. He was still wearing the same black suit from the funeral. He seemed to have died after a couple of days after the funeral. Seemingly, he hadn't eaten for days. They found nothing in his stomach. There was no will, but he judged it a suicide from the circumstance. How did Yuji-san feel to see his own brother like that? I heard bodies that died from hanging were horrendous. Kashiwara, who was a baby at the time, was later taken into custody by her grandfather. That's sad. I'm sighing. I knew the outline of it, but my heart feels heavy after hearing all the details. There must have been a way to avoid all that. They must have known it, but it mustn't have been that easy. It's frustrating, but I've seen similar cases. Was it really alright to let me know all that?
前島様は知らないでいるよりも全部知ってもらった方が安全になるタイプだと思って話してみたのですが、いかがでしょう？
Is that because I'm cowardly?
賢明な方ってことですよ。知らないままだと万有を振るってしまう。こんなところに押しかけてきたみたいに。
Saiki-san laughs. You're wicked.
そうでなければこの家で20年間も働けません。
Saiki-san sticks out her chest proudly. I guess you're right. If I knew, I'd do be more cautious. But I never intended to do anything dangerous.
そうですよね。失礼いたしました。
She bows. I think she's teasing me. What kind of person was Kashiwara's mother?
私も東京の家にいらっしゃった時にちらりと見ただけですので詳しくは分かりません。ただおとなしくて善良な方だとお見受けしました。健一さんとよくお似合いで良いカップルでした。
I see.
はい。
Now, this is kind of off topic, but
どうぞ。
didn't you love Kashiwara's father, Saiki-san? She laughs.
申し上げたはずですよ。この辺りであの方に恋をしない女性はいなかったんです。
She doesn't bat an eye.
というわけでよろしくお願いします。
She says that while smiling? What do you mean?
お嬢様は強い方ですが、やっぱりナイーブなところもあります。前島様はしっかり守ってください。
Okay?
なんて頼りない返事。そんなことではいけません。だいたい全体的に前島様はちょっと繊細で頼りないところがあります。
Oh, I'm sorry.
そういう弱点は少し健一様に似てるかしら。健一様の方が前島様よりずっと男前だったけど、お嬢様が好きなのもそこなのかもしれませんね。
Leave me alone, please. That has nothing to do with this conversation.
そうはいきませんよ。私、僭越ながらお嬢様の母親代わりのつもりなんですから、いい加減な人には容赦しません。
Saiki-san looks serious. I don't think you should expect too much from me.
そうしたいところですが、残念ながらお嬢様があなたを愛しすぎているので、それはできない相談なんです。
How can you say embarrassing things like that?
恥ずかしくなんかありません。大事なことです。
That's very important for me too.
本当のことなんですよ。お嬢様、前に比べて明るく強くなりました。体調もいいようです。これはあなたを愛しているからです。
I don't think that's related.
いいえ、女は本当の恋をすると美しくなるのです。間違いありません。
I can't say anything back because she insists. I guess this is it for this conversation. I feel tired. I walk away, but Saiki-san stops me.
前島様は後でお嬢様と会おうと思っているのかもしれませんが、あの電話の件以来、旦那様はお嬢様の部屋の隣でお休みになっています。
Shoot. The guest area is so quiet you can tell if somebody is talking in the next room. I remember the old man caught us when I called Kashiwara.
お嬢様の部屋で会おうと考えているのなら、ちょっと危ないかもしれません。
Does it mean I can't see her today?
難しいかもしれませんね。
That's a pity. I'm depressed.
もしお出かけにならないのなら、後でお部屋に DVD を何枚かお持ちします。それでも見て気を紛らわしてください。結構いろんなものがありますよ。
She gives me a consolation. I'm watching a DVD in my room because I feel exhausted from talking with Saiki-san. I was surprised because she brought me a cart full of DVDs. That was good, but what are these? All the titles are love stories. Those are the stories that are about elopement. You're gonna make him think about Kashiwara even more. What the hell, man? Is she trying to brainwash me? I guess she's obsessed with love and youthfulness. She can't expect that kind of thing from me. I'm trying to figure out more realistic solutions. But I'm too bored. I think of famous TTL. And start watching it. The moment Dustin Hoffman snatches a bride from the church, somebody knocks on the door. I think it's time for dinner. I see dinner for two in the dining room. Yuji-san comes in while I'm sitting at the table.
いや、昨日はすまなかったね。急に地元の連中と飲みの約束が入っちゃって、久しぶりにこっちに帰ってきたもんだからさ。どこからバレたんだろうね。
He chuckles like a dork even though he's a nobleman in reality? Yeah, it was disappointing. I was hoping to have a good take. It's just like it. You can't seem to keep your promises. I'm so disappointed in you.
お、なんか喋り方が急に慣れ慣れしくなったな。慣れてきたのか？
Yuji-san teases me. I don't know. I tilted my head even though I know why. Probably I feel closer to Yuji-san after hearing the past incidents. Honestly, I feel like I can't make friends with Kenichi-san and his wife. And even with the old man now, I think that's because I got to know those people's lives. It's like emphasizing with movie or cartoon characters. It maybe that's just what I feel. I shouldn't act too friendly with the old man. We chat and eat along. I don't sense any age difference from Yuji-san at all. With that Sarah is gone, we get into a serious topic.
確かに兄貴は何をやっても上手で褒められてたな。
I tell him I heard many things about the family from Saiki-san.
逆に俺は何をしても叱られてたよ。
He makes a funny gesture.
だけど兄貴もね、あんなバカな死に方することはなかったのにな。女の後を追って死ぬなんて。俺、そういうベタなメロドラマは大嫌いだね。
Oh, I thought you were on your brother's side. I thought so because I saw you fighting with the old man yesterday.
別にどっちの味方ってことはないよ。親父は何でも思い通りにならないと気が済まない頑固じじいだし、兄貴はくだらないことに真面目になりすぎてみんなに迷惑かけた間抜けだよ。どっちの味方もしたくない。
I see. He sounds harsh. He doesn't look too drunk though.
あえて言えば俺はサリナの味方だな。あの子はかわいそうだ。間抜けな親父のせいで親なしになり、頑固じじいに振り回されて好きなこともできない。それなのに文句一つ言わない。一番大人だよ。実にけなげで可愛らしいじゃないか。そしてバストも大きい。シカゴくんだってそういうところが好きなんだろ。それとも財産目当てなのかい？
I didn't give a shit about money, but boobs on the other hand though. I'm not after her money.
あ、怒ったかな？こりゃ失敬。俺は生まれつき口が悪くてね。じゃあやっぱりおっぱいが気に入ったか。
It's not about boobs either.
全然？
Maybe a little.
そうだろう。俺も親戚じゃなければ絶対に手を出してた。女性の膨らみは神の奇跡だね。
Yuji-san laughs.
ま、頑固じじいでも間抜けでも家族だからね。時々本気で腹が立つけれど、心底嫌いってわけじゃない。そうでなきゃわざわざこんな田舎まで墓参りのために帰ってきたりしないさ。
I don't know what he's thinking deep inside.
だけれど最近じいさんの頑固さはどう過ぎてる気がするんだよな。
Even though he's smiling, he sounds serious.
サリナを東京の学校に行かせるって決めた時はちょっとはまともになったと思ったんだが、もう見てられないよ。こんな山奥に2人で引きこもってどうしようって言うんだい。
I thought they were here for recuperation.
それもあるだろうけどさ、要するにサリナを手放したくないんだ。もう追い先短いじいさんだし、多少のわがままは仕方ないだろう。だけど学校はサリナがやっと自分で作った居場所じゃないか。バンド活動はすごく楽しそうだったよ。楽しかったろ？
Yes.
それは素晴らしいことだ。それこそが人生の意味じゃないか。なのにあのクソ親父は何を考えてるんだ。あの子から何もかも奪って。
Yuji-san frowns.
こんなところで老人と病人が2人で暮らしてたっていいことなんかありゃしないよ。シカゴ君だってそう思うだろ。君はサリナを東京に連れ戻しに来たんだよな。じゃあ今はっきり決めてくれ。何が何でも連れて帰るって。
I do want her to come back to Tokyo, but I'm still not sure if I should take her. I'm worried about her health because she pushed herself hard on the trip. Oh boy, is her body alright?
大丈夫じゃないかもしれないが、サリナにとってはごく普通だよ。本当に大丈夫になるまで待ってたら一生山奥から出てこれないぜ。完治はしないんだ。それともそこまでの情熱はないのかい？
I am? I do want to go to school with her?
じゃあ決まりだ。まだ学校の夏休みは残ってるはずだ。もう少しここにいても大丈夫だろ？
I can be here for another few days.
じゃあ3日いてくれ。そしてなんとかサリナを連れ出すんだ。そこをはっきり決めてくれなければ俺は君を支持できないな。
Take her away?
俺はね、兄貴のしたことはさ、自殺はいただけないが嫁さんとの結婚を断行したのは立派だと思ってる。君にもそういう勇気を期待したい。
But no matter what I think, I don't know what she wants. She feels guilty for what she did, and she thinks the old man is partially right. I don't know how she'll react even if I try to take her.
シカゴ君はものすごくバカなのか？
Yuji-san looks amazed.
怒ったか？もう一度言ってやろう。君は大バカだ。
You think so?
そうだとも。サリナだって帰りたいに決まってる。そうでなければ君がそういう気持ちにさせるんだ。愛が足りないんじゃないか？
I think I do.
じゃあここで約束してくれ。シカゴ君はサリナが自分の人生を歩めるように力を尽くす。それとうちのバカ親父の凝り固まった価値観を何とかする。
I think you just added an extra condition.
俺は明日には仕事に戻らないといけないんだ。バカ親父のこともシカゴ君が何とかしてくれないと困る。
Even you couldn't change him after several decades.
何か言ったか？
No, I got it. I'll do it.
よく言った。それでこそシカゴ君だ。
Whatever.
だけど将来君らが結婚したいと言い出したら俺は反対するからな。俺が認めるのは駆け落ちまでだ。
What are you saying? I'm startled. He frowns.
だって大事な名誉を簡単に嫁にやれるわけないだろう。俺は断固反対だ。だからその時は正々堂々実力で俺を納得させてから結婚しろ。
You're a very annoying uncle.
もちろんだ。お前程度のつまらんガキにサリナがやれるか。
He laughs. I see. I'm doing it again. I bet you'll beg me to marry her soon. If somebody challenges me, I can't help but rise to it. Good. Yuji-san snaps at me. If he saw through my character and his intentionally challenging me, he and I might be very similar. Saiki-san said I resemble Kenichi-san, but I think I resemble Yuji-san more.
そうだ、シカコ君。俺はまだこっちに来てからサリナとよく話していないんだが、あいつはこっちにギターを持ってきているか？電話でそうするように言ったんだが。
Yes, she did. She said she practices sometimes.
それはよかった。あれは兄貴が大事にしてたギターだからな。それを俺が譲り受けてずっと使ってたんだ。
Is that true? Since I found the musical scores in Kenichi-san's room, that makes sense. Did your brother play in a band?
兄貴は一人で弾いて楽しむだけだったんじゃないかな。俺は何度かライブハウスでやったことがあるよ。
I didn't know guitars could last that long.
そりゃ修理しながら使ったからな。俺は飽き性なんでペイントも何度か塗り直したし、だから兄貴が使っていた時とはかなり変わってるな。
You didn't intend to store the keepsake of that disease at all?
何言ってるんだ。買い替えないで大事に使ってたろ。道具ってのは使わないと死ぬんだ。むしろ俺はこうして使い続けることによって兄貴のギターを長生きさせたんだよ。
That sounds a bit far-fetched, but I got your point.
嫌な言い方をするやつだな。とにかくそういうわけでサリナにもあのギターを使い続けてほしいと思ってる。
It's Merrick's. What is it?
それは言いたくないな。でもびっくりするぞ。
Don't tease me.
だって本当はまだ誰にも言いたくなかったんだ。だけどシカゴ君には使命があるからな。バカな君が約束を守るのは荷が重いと思ったから大サービスで教えてやってるんだ。
That sounds mysterious. What kind of secret is it?
それは見つけてからのお楽しみだ。
Damn it. Does it have something to do with what we just talked about?
どうだろうな。
He laughs. I get back to my room after dinner. I feel indigested because of the conversation. Yuji-san didn't tell me any more about the secret. What secret is hidden in the guitar that can possibly be useful to convince the old man? It feels like he's trying to pull me into his trap. I see someone walking towards that direction. I get tense because it's the old man. I know he hates me. What should I do? I bow anyway. He snips at me and then passes me. I feel down because he seems really upset.
おい、
He talks to me from behind. I turn around. He's glaring at me.
一つ聞きたい。お前はまだ帰らないのか？
Not yet.
勘違いされてると困るから言っておくが、
I should stop.
勘違いされてると困るから言っておくが、わしはお前がここにいることを認めたわけではないんだぞ。
Should I probably punch my hand? I've been playing too much Sparking Zero again lately. How should I answer this?
だいたい勉強はどうした？受験はしないのか？
This is more important for me? He heaves a sigh.
こんなことに夢中になって学生の本分を忘れるとはろくでもないやつだ。息子は父の背中を見て育つというが、お前みたいなやつを育てた父親の顔が見てみたい。
That upsets me a bit. Don't talk bad about my father who raised me. I don't care whatever you say about my biofire, though. I'm sure the old man will be more upset now.
うん。おかしな言い方をするやつだな。
Yoink. However, he raises one of his eyebrows.
複雑な事情でもあるのか？
Not as complicated as your family, but yeah, a bit.
そうか。
He narrows his eyes. Does he sympathize with me a little bit? I don't like the situation, but I have to continue. But excuse me, but please listen to us sometime soon. We're serious about our relationship. I squeeze out my courage.
僕たちと来たか。
He stares at my face.
そうだな。こういつまでも居座られても迷惑だ。一度はっきり話し合う必要があるかもしれん。
He walks away. That went calmer than I expected, but that's good. No screams at each other or anything. I lie in the bed, but I don't feel sleepy. It's not surprising because it's still too early to sleep. Dinner time here is way earlier than my usual one. I keep heaving sighs because I can't see Kashiwara. I just saw a car coming in from the gate. The car stopped in front of the entrance and Kashiwara got off. I waved at her. She recognized me and waved back at me. Hey. I was very glad, but it made me want to see her more because of that. Why am I being such a pure boy? I can't laugh at Murakami anymore. I can't relax. The TV is showing a movie, but I can't concentrate on watching it. And it's a scary movie free for fuck's sake. Saiki-san told me that the old man is staying in the next room to Kashiwara's. I saw the old man coming back just a while ago. I think I'm forcing my way in from time to time. Yuji-san allowed me to stay, so I've decided to be here for a few more days. I could stay for a week if I used the rest of the summer break. But there wouldn't be more chances even if I stayed longer. I have to avoid going back with nothing. I have to do something. I need to talk with Kashiwara to have a unanimous idea. I concoct a plan to see Kashiwara. Hey, knock at the door!
こんばんは。
Hello. It's Saiki-san. She looks awfully serious. What's going on? She looks around once.
旦那様がお休みになられました。今ならお嬢様もまだ起きています。どうなさいますか？
Do you have the balls to see Kashiwara? What am I going to do? Saiki-san nods. Good timing. Okay, I was just thinking of sneaking out. Where should I see her though? Should I go to her room and talk in a small voice, or should I take her here? Saiki-san grabs my hand. I'm surprised. Then she slips something into my hand.
この部屋を使うと良いです。ここなら旦那様の部屋からは離れていますので、会話をしていても大丈夫でしょう。
Okay, but what did you give us? So look at what's in my hand. It's a golden key. Oh, is this a key for that room? She nods. Now I know why she looks awfully serious. This is the key to Kashiwara Genichi's room? Kira. Alright, what? It's still night. Oh, okay. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another episode real soon.